So, welcome to greenhouse monitoring and controlling system. So, in this project, we are using Arduino UNO board. So, this is the main heart of the entire system. So, for this monitoring system, we are using 3 input sensors. One is LDR sensor, light dependent resistor sensor. The second one is the soil moisture sensor. So, you can see here the soil moisture sensor. So, which is the input to microcontroller, detects the water in the soil. The third sensor is the temperature humidity sensor, DHT11. So, here these 3 sensors we are monitoring the greenhouse parameters, which feeds as an input to microcontroller Arduino UNO board. So, here the output of the Arduino controller is LCD device, which displays the LCD liquid crystal display. This module displays the parameters that have been monitored onto the LCD module. The second output is the relay device. So this relay device switches the motor. So whenever the water level is being detected, using this motor we can turn off the motor. So the second relay, electromagnetic relay, this is used for the lights. These are the LED lights. So when the light dependent resistor detects the darkness, automatically the controller operates the LED lights through relay device. So now we are explaining the working of the circuit. Here this is the transformer, the step down transformer, 230 to 12 volts. So here this 230 to 12 volts transformer step downs the voltage, and this is the charging circuit. So here we are using the AC to DC converter, and using capacitor filter we are directly using the filters, and this is a unidirectional diode. We are charging the batteries. These are the 12 volts battery, and from the battery we are using RPS, regulated power supply board. This is the regulated power supply board. Here we are using LM2596 regulator. Here 12 volts is regulated to 5 volts, and this 5 volts here we are giving to this connector board. This is the entire connector board. So from this connector board we are giving the 5 volt supply to all the units that are present in the project. So this 5 volts we are giving to the sensors and the motor and the relay devices, etc. So coming to the working of the project. So here the input sensors which are connected to the microcontroller, you can check the pins. So the first, soil moisture sensor. So here this soil moisture sensor from the amplifier circuit, which is giving the input to A0 pin of Arduino controller. The second is the temperature sensor. So DHT11, this is again the input to controller for A1 pin. And next LDR sensor, we can see here, this is the light dependent resistor. Here we are giving it for A0 pin. So coming to these 3 sensors which are giving the input to microcontroller, and coming to the output pins. So you can see here the relay boards we are giving for 11th and 12th pins to microcontroller, and LCD from 2nd pin to 7th pin of Arduino controller we are giving it for LCD. And next DC fan, this is the 13th pin. So here the DC fan is operated by the transistor driver, which acts as a switch. So the output from the DC pin we are giving to DC fan. So now we'll check the output of the project. So this is the reset button. So once we get reset, the entire system is from the starting stage. So you can see here initially. So first we check the soil moisture sensor. So once we remove from the water, the soil moisture sensor detects there is no water presence in the soil, and automatically the relay switches on the motor. You can see here the motor gets turned on. So once again the sensor detects the presence of water, you can see here the water motor gets turned off. Next comes the LDR sensor. So when the light dependent resistor detects the darkness, you can see here through the relay switch the LED lights get turned on. And next comes the temperature sensor. So here the temperature sensor we are heating it. So once it crosses the threshold limit beyond 41, you can see here the monitor parameters. You can see the display of temperature and humidity. So once the temperature goes high, once the temperature is crossing the high value, you can see here the DC fan gets turned on. So in this way we can monitor the parameters and control the devices using Arduino UNO board. Thank you.